got pigtails. I got pigtails. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. We are about to dive into a whole skincare video. These are my favorite ones to make because I am an esthetician or a skincare specialist. So I have been searching for products that are good for my skin, and I know, you know, good ones versus bad ones. So I've always picked stuff that is good for my skin. It just seems that my skin needs a little bit more help than I've been giving it. So basically, a little background is I was on antibiotics for my acne for a year. Really bad, but I didn't know any better. I was just listening to my doctor, and in reality, being on antibiotics for a year has made my acne worse. So it's something to consider. I really don't like taking antibiotics in general. I think your body just needs to, you know, figure it out itself for your immune to get stronger. And really that's like what the acne did. Like the acne was relying on the antibiotic to like not be there, and then as soon as I stopped taking the antibiotic, my acne was like, ha.
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
Here we are again. So I really don't recommend that at all. Do your research before you just listen to what the doctor says in any sort of scenario. But yeah, enough of that. I'm just going to be talking about some of the products that have been helping me. And I'm first going to start out with saying I have just realized that I do have a form of fungal acne. So I always had little bumps on my cheeks and on my forehead, and I was like, what are these? I always thought they were just closed comedones. I didn't think anything of them, and I tried to pop them. That's what like all these little marks are. It's like me trying to pop these little bumps that you can't even really see, like, and I would prick them and pop them and use like the 2 Q-tips, or I would use the exfoliator like scraper thing, like the metal thing. There's a proper name for that I probably should know, but I'll put it here. You guys know what I mean. And I would just like go on my skin and go in. So yeah, I didn't really treat my skin too well because I didn't know what I was dealing with, and they wouldn't even pop. I would just cause like marks in my face. So bad. So bad. And any pimple in general, don't pop. It'll just make your skin worse. I'm not kidding. So anyway, I was always like recommended or came across videos that said like, use this for your fungal acne, and I was like, I don't think I have fungal acne. Like, I just think it's closed comedones. But I was so wrong. So I was like, I'm finally gonna do it. So I picked up Nizoral, and I've been using this a couple times a week on my face after I use a cleanser. And I will leave it on for about 5 to 7 minutes, and I have seen a drastic improvement in my skin. Now, I don't use this every day just because I do use some other exfoliants in my routine, and I don't want my skin to be too stripped because I do have eczema on my face. So, you know, it's kind of like a battle trying to combat certain pimples or certain acne, and also trying to deal with eczema. It's really frustrating and really difficult. But anyway, yeah, I think I'll see more improvement as the weeks go on and on, because the more you use it, I think the more progress you see. Because some girls do use this every day, and they say that their skin clears up in like a week or two, but I can't use this every day because it's just a little too stripping for me. So just be careful and, you know, listen to your skin. If it's really, really dry, I would recommend only using this a few times a week to start. But I will leave pictures here of what my skin was. It was like really bumpy, especially when I wore makeup. Like, it was so obvious. Like, it was more obvious when I wore makeup than when I didn't. So it was like just really something that I was insecure about, because I always felt like when I was wearing makeup, people were just staring at the little bumps. So yeah, that's helped kind of get rid of those little bumps. And I'm putting my money on it that it will help as the weeks go on, because I've only been doing it for like, I think 3 weeks. So yeah, so I'm gonna get into like my other products. I have some things from The Ordinary that I really like, and obviously Cerave. I love Cerave, absolutely love them. So as I said before, I was on antibiotics for a year, and I would also take terrible care of my skin. So I would use like adapalene, which is Basically, it is a vitamin A derivative that turns over your cells rapidly. And I would use that on my face with like no moisturizer. Like, so drying, so bad for your skin's barrier function. Like, I would take terrible care of my skin because I just wanted to dry everything out. So I wasn't putting moisture in my skin at all. And the long run effects of that are just a messed up skin barrier function. Your skin can't fight anything off. Like, I basically have the worst eczema flare-ups that I've had in a while, and you know, my skin is just, I just have troublesome skin, and I do think a lot of it is because I used to not take care of it. I used to just dry it out as much as possible. I use witch hazel all the time, like just so bad, like just terrible things. Like, never wore sunscreen. I went tanning. I used to go tanning all the time. Like, my skin was so dry, so dry. So I'm just going to talk about some ordinary products that I like. So the first one is the Glycolic Acid Toning Solution. I'll only use this a couple times a week too. I don't really like to exfoliate that much. But it's not too harsh. It's not really, I don't really think it exfoliates too much, to be honest. Some people's skin reacts differently though. Glycolic acid on my skin, I tolerate it very well. It's very gentle on my skin. It does say it's a toner, but I do not recommend using it every day. But as I said, I find that it's gentle exfoliant. It doesn't leave my skin feeling dry or feeling like really stripped. So I really like this, and as you can see, I don't use it a lot, and I don't use a lot of it. I just put this on a cotton round at night and go over, like I said, maybe a couple nights a week, not even. Again, use this because it's an exfoliant at night. Don't use this in the morning because it might make your skin more sensitive to the sun. So I really like that one. And then another one that I use once a week is the AHA BHA peeling solution. This one's kind of like for me. Like, I'm using it to see what the hype's about, kind of, and like people say like stick with it, and I am, but I've only been leaving this on for like 5 to 7 minutes. It's basically like a peeling mask. You leave it on your skin for, it says up to 10 minutes, and then you're supposed to have like this like beautiful flawless skin. So obviously not, right? Like, that's just not how that works. But afterwards, I would say like when I use this and then do my moisturizer, my skin feels like very smooth and silky. But the next day it kind of just like looks like normal, you know what I mean? I will stick with it though, because I've heard a lot of good things, but I haven't seen too many good results from this. But I've only been using it, like I said, not that long. So we'll keep giving it a try. The other thing from The Ordinary that I absolutely love is the hyaluronic acid and the B5. So I never use hyaluronic acid serum, but it has been in some of my moisturizers and things like that. So I am very familiar with hyaluronic acid and I love it. I think the proper term is it's a humectant. It draws water from your environment basically into your skin. So yeah, it's really good, really hydrating. You could use it in the morning, at night. I know it says acid, so some people think like, what is it? But it's really hydrating. So this is amazing, and I use this right before I use my moisturizer because I feel like the moisturizer really like locks it in. And the moisturizers that I use, these are my 3 that I use from Cerave. So if I'm using something like more stripping, like if I'm using the peel, or if I'm using, I also forgot the retinol. I use a retinol product from The Ordinary as well. I've only been using it once a week because I'm literally scared of retinol. This is the first time I've ever used retinol. So it's the retinol 0.5% in squalane oil. So I put it here so you guys can see what it is. But it's in the refrigerator right now. That's why I forgot it. So after you open it, you should put it in the fridge. So I feel like a lot of people know what retinol is. It's basically, again, a vitamin A derivative. It's used to rapidly turn your cells over. So the turnover rate is like increased by a bajillion, and it's supposed to get rid of like, you know, fine lines and a lot of textural problems. So I have a lot of those little bumps, and I don't really have fine lines or wrinkles, like, let's be for real. But I just figured, you know, I'm finally 20. I'm in my 20s, like, maybe just start introducing it a little bit. So, again, I've only been using it once a week. So, we'll see if I see anything drastic. I am using a lot of products, so I don't really know what's doing what, but this has been working, so I'm okay with it. Back to the moisturizers, I use the Cerave moisturizing cream if I'm using like the peel mask from The Ordinary, like the red one, or if I'm using the Retinol. I'll put the moisturizing cream on at night, like over everything. This is like one of the last steps. It's very occlusive. It just like locks in all the moisture. I love it. Absolutely love. If I'm only using the Nizoral or the Glycolic Acid, I'll just use the lotion. It's more lightweight and I think it does just as good as the job. It's just not as heavy. It's more lightweight, and that's really it. In the morning, I will either use the lotion or I will use the facial lotion, which is a little different. It has SPF of 30 in it. I know you're supposed to use this every morning or every day, but like if it's raining, I'll just use this. Like if it's cloudy, like I'm just using this, bro. Like I'm sorry, because this does leave a white cast on my face. Like I know, like I don't know about you guys, but I cannot find any sunblock that doesn't leave a white cast on my face or doesn't pill. So if you guys know any, please let me know in the comments down below, and make sure it's good for people that have acne, please. If you do have any suggestions. So that's that. And then the two cleansers that I use, I kind of like bounce back and forth between them, whatever my skin's feeling, is the Cerave foaming and hydrating facial cleanser. So this is the hydrating and this is the foaming. I really like them both. I like the foaming better just because I like seeing the bubbles, which is so stupid, but I like seeing the bubbles. Like I feel like it's doing something, you know, a little more. The hydrating one, I also really like it, and I think it's really good for people like me that have eczema. So in the winter, right now, I do tend to go for the hydrating because my skin is so dry in the winter, and it's like, I don't understand it. Like, wouldn't my skin be more dry in the summer because of like the sun? But like, no, my skin is so bad in the winter. So in the winter, I'll use the hydrating, or you know, just whatever your skin is doing at the moment, just listen to your skin. If your skin's really dry, use the hydrating. If it's good, I'll use the foaming. Definitely when I wear makeup. Definitely when I wear makeup, I double cleanse. So I'll go in with the hydrating first just because it's a little more milky, so I feel like it breaks up the makeup better. So I'll use that, and then I will go ahead and cleanse with the foaming. So I definitely recommend the double cleansing if you guys do wear makeup, but I don't really wear makeup every day, so when I do, I'll do the double cleanse. If not, I'll pick one, whatever my skin's doing that day. Another thing that I would like to talk about, because I have mentioned that I have eczema on my face, so it's really difficult to fight acne with eczema because a lot of things for acne are really drying. All the acids, all the adapalene, different, retinol, like all these things that are promoted to help you with acne are really drying and really stripping. So I also have eczema, which is basically dry, cracking skin. Like basically what I have going on here. I know it's like hard to see. You can't really see because I'm on top of it, but I also have it on like my inner elbows, like creases, like tends to get really dry for me. And it's really difficult, like I said, with eczema on your face because you're constantly drying it out with all your acne products, and it's like your skin barrier is like, help me, I need moisture. So what's helped the eczema so much and help restore my barrier function is the Cerave Healing Ointment. And basically this is like literally, it looks like friggin' petroleum jelly. It's petrolatum, and it is non-comedogenic. It will not clog your pores. I know everyone thinks it will. People are like, how is that not comedogenic? Like, but it's not, I swear. It's actually really, really good for your skin. It's the most occlusive you can get. But this will be a last step. Like, nothing's penetrating through this baby. So this is definitely a last step. So if my skin's looking really cracked or dry, I will use this. I have actually used this when I am using the retinol, just in this area, especially because that's where I tend to get my eczema flare-ups. So yeah, I will use this. I'll do the retinol, the moisturizing cream, this moisturizer right here, and then I will put this in those areas that I specifically get more dry in. So yeah, I think that's really it. If you guys are taking anything away from this video, I would definitely recommend the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid and B5 serum. That is like phenomenal. If you're looking for retinol, I definitely recommend the retinol that I've been using. It's not irritating at all, and it's in squalane oil, which is so amazing for your skin. It has so many benefits. If you guys like want more videos on like ingredients and like what they do, or you could just look them up, but if you want like an in-depth video, let me know in the comments down below. If you're looking for a moisturizer, I would definitely say the moisturizing cream is my favorite. I love everything so much, but I would say the hyaluronic acid and the retinol and this are definitely like my favorites. And I've never used any other cleanser besides Cerave. Another good one that I've used when my eczema is really bad is the First Aid Beauty cleanser. I'll put a picture here if you are dealing with eczema. I'm trying to like make sure everyone with every skin problem watching this has like something, you know, to gain. But yeah, everything will be linked down below, and let me know what you guys think of the videos. You want me to talk about anything else? You have any questions? Please let me know, and I hope that you guys learned at least something new from this video. Thank you for watching, and that's about it, guys.